Hey folks, welcome back to my house. I am dressed in all white today because I am doing a test run of what I'm going to be wearing and the food that I'm going to be making for this year's Chicago in White. And I'll tell you all about Chicago in White as well as share my recipes with you today. Chicago in White is a special annual event where hundreds of folks come together, all dressed in white, for an elegant evening under the stars, and they bring their own food and drink, and they just have a wonderful time. In the past, the event has always been in a surprise, iconic Chicago location, and guests didn't find out about the location until just the last minute. But this year, Saturday, August the 8th, the event officially is going to be at Ravinia Festival in Highland Park, Illinois. How cool is that? Now I'm going to tell you all about the event, the entertainment, and all kinds of other good things in just a second, but first I want to share the food that I'm planning on bringing to the event. I've pre-packaged a cheese and charcuterie platter that I wrapped in plastic. I'll simply unwrap it and I'm good to go. For dinner, I layered a chicken salad in my jar and I'll simply shake that up when it's time to dine. And also in a jar is my dessert. I've got layers of strawberries, ginger snapped, whipped topping, and little chocolate morsels. A simple yet elegant dinner that's really easy to put together. Well, here's how you make each one of them. To make my chicken dish, I'll start off with a 6-ounce chicken breast that I'll tenderize a little bit. I'll put it in a small pot. And in my mini blender, I'm going to put about 1/4 cup of onions, along with some fresh tarragon, 2 garlic cloves, a little bit of salt, work with me here there, a little salt, and a little bit of Louisiana hot sauce. I will pour about 1 cup of chicken stock on top of there. I'll run it in my blender, and I'll pour that on top of my chicken. If I need more liquid, I'll just add a little bit more chicken stock. I'm going to bring that to a boil, cover it, and simmer it for about 15 minutes until the chicken reaches an internal temperature of 165. I'll put that on my board, I'll liberally season that with some pepper, then I'll set it aside to cool. While that's cooling, I'm going to take 2 celery stalks and slice them up, half of an English cucumber, and I'm going to slice that up. Red pepper, I'm going to chop it into small little pieces. And I have 2 medium to large carrots I'll slice up as well. And lastly, I took some whole kernel corn and I just drained it and put it in a bowl. When my chicken is cool, I will slice it up. And I now will put that to the side. And then I will set up 2 32-ounce mason jars in which I'll put 3 ounces each of a balsamic vinaigrette. I use a store-bought brand, but you can certainly make your own. On top of that, I will put my chicken slices, and you can use a long fork to help sort of arrange things so they're nice and even. On top of the chicken, I will now add the cucumber slices. On top of the cucumbers, I am going to add my carrot slices. You want to add a little color. So next I'll add the corn, then I'll add the celery on top of that, and then lastly the red pepper. Then I'll put about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of arugula inside, and I'll put my top on there, and also jar up a little bit of extra dressing just in case. Now to finish it off, I actually just take a napkin and wrap it around the top and tie it with a string. And there you go. For my cheese board, I basically have a cheese board that has all the tools underneath, which is kind of cool. And what I will do is arrange everything on top at home and then just simply wrap it in plastic. So I've got some meats here, I've got some cheeses, I've got some fresh almonds that I'm going to set out there. I've also got some fresh olives, and some raisins will go down there as well. And again, I'll just take a sheet of plastic and wrap it tightly over the top, and I'll put that right inside of my basket, and I'm good to go when I get to my event. Now lastly for dessert, what I've taken here, I've got some ginger snap cookies that I'm going to chop up. I'll put those in the bottom of some 4-ounce mason jars. I will top that with about 3 or 4 strawberries that I've chopped up, nice and finely as you can see. On top of that, I just have some store-bought whipped topping. And on top of the whipped topping, I'm going to add some little tiny chocolate morsels. And I'll put the tops on those guys, and I can also put a little napkin on there as well for decoration if I want to. So those are my dishes. They're really easy to put together, and they're also easy to pack. Hey, the event once again is Saturday, August the 8th at Ravinia Festival in Highland Park, Illinois. Chicago jazz legend Ramsey Lewis will be performing with Chicago Symphony Orchestra, and the charity partner for this event is Ravinia's Reach, Teach, Play program, which ensures that over 75,000 students have access to music education. I think that's pretty awesome. This event's only $30 per person, and that includes the tables and the linens on the lawn already. And if you want more information, just go to their website at chicagoinwhite.com. And if you want my great recipes, I think they're great, you can get them at waynesweekend.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for food, lifestyle tips, and all kinds of other fun stuff. We'll see you next time.